All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak. That one to the elder apostles and bishops at Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the four elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Now, this is interesting. So now you have these Christians that have to resort to training for protection. They call it warrior training. I guess they're, learning how to shoot. And they think that this is what's going to provide them with that hedge against attackers in a so-called holy place. But if this is supposed to be the holy place of worship, why would you need a weapon to protect yourself to worship the Most High God? And why do you think that a gun would do the job? These Christians don't even realize it, man. They're losing in these last days. They're taking consecutive L's. The fact that it has to resort to this, especially knowing what the scriptures say. All right. First of all, the Lord already said we're sheep in the midst of wolves. So be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right. You got to be willing to even be a sacrifice if you have to lose your life for this thing. But these Christians is like, F that. I love my life, so I'm going to protect it. And we're going to go and we're going to learn how to shoot, as if that's going to prevent anything. Because guess what? If the Lord has your number, he has your number. There's nothing you can do, But these churches are getting spooked because you had a few incidences, where men ran up in the church armed, all right? And you have this image that they show in this article. This happened like maybe a month or two ago, where this dude, he had mental problems, but he ran up in the church and pointed his gun at the pastor, and he pulled the trigger, but it jammed. And I thought, to myself when I initially covered the story that this might have been, an orchestrated event. This could have been, a staged event. But, who knows? Could have been real, but, I have my thoughts on it. But, they feel as though, persecution is getting ready to happen, so they want to arm themselves. So the first things first, let me start here with David. This is Psalms 44. And I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, "Thou art my king, O power, command deliverances for Jacob." All right. And, a lot of, I want to say that these are probably Christian Edomites, because we know that Esau, he can't live without that sword. He just can't do it. That's his blessing. That's what he is to put his trust into that, because that was his blessing. But for you Jakes out there, that's not your blessing. All right. Our blessing and power is in faith in Yahweh Yahushai, man, fearing him and having faith. Right, the Lord always did miraculous things to defend Israel. Or the true people of the Most High. The other, the imposters, they need all the security that they can get. They need an Iron Dome. They need missile defense systems. They need protection from the beast and the whore, because they're not the Lord's chosen people. The Lord, he's going to have divine protection for his true chosen people. All right. And he's going to show that even in this time, during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. So going back, this is David. It says, through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. It doesn't matter whether you have a sword or not. If it's your time, it's your time. And the Lord ain't with Christianity, no way. That's why the Lord is allowing a lot of judgment to happen in these churches, because that's not his place of worship. There's a lot of wickedness that goes on. You know, it's a lot of hypocrisy that goes on. All right, it's pagan customs that goes on. You got false idols and images in the church. So the Lord's presence is surely not in that setting. So that's why the Lord allows evil things to happen in those spaces, because he's not there. It tells you in the 34th chapter, the angels encamp around about those that fear him. The angels can do way more than what you can do with a gun. All right. We know that the angels, their abilities are unlimited because they're celestial beings. All right. They can, matter of fact, the scriptures say unto the Lord belong the issues from death. So it's really up to the Lord whether you're going to die in a situation or whether the Lord is going to miraculously deliver you, rescue from a situation so that you don't give up the ghost. Let me go to that in Psalm 68. Yeah, let me just go on here, because Blue Letter always seems like in the morning it always gets trippy on me. So we're going to go to Slakia. I'm going to the Apocrypha. Let's go to the Psalms. It is Psalm 68 and verse 20. It says, he that is our power is the God of salvation. And unto the Most High God, the Lord, belong the issues from death. Okay. So it's the Lord who ultimately decides your fate. You know, if you're going to die or if the Lord's going to rescue you, it's ultimately the Lord that does that. It has nothing to do with a bulletproof vest. It has nothing to do with a gun. All right. So going back here, that's why it says, for I will not trust in my bow. Now, surely David, you know, he did go to war, and he did have the sword. Of course, he had shields and armor and all that when he went to battle. But he's essentially saying here that those things is not what's doing the job. It's actually the power from on high, the Heavenly Father. Okay, that's why he was able to defeat armies with a smaller number. The Maccabees brothers, it was able to do the same thing. All right, because we have spirits in hidden places. All right, that works on behalf of those who love the Lord and fears him. All right. It tells you that in 2 Chronicles, the 16th chapter, the eyes of the Lord are to and fro. All right. And they're there on the behalf of those whose heart is perfect with the Lord. All right, they're there to show the Most High's strength. And the angels, you know, they're known for they excel in strength. It says, but thou hast saved us from our enemies, verse 7, and hast put them to shame that hated us. So ultimately, it's the Heavenly Father. Let me real quick, because I know the blue letter is tripping, but I want to look up that word issues. Let me see if it'll go through. There's Psalm 68 and 20. And let's go to that word issues, because it says issues from death. And the word is tazaiwaf. I think that's how you say it in the Hebrew. Tawa'aizath. I believe that's what it is. Tazawa'af. And it says here, deliverance. It says outgoing, border, going out, extremity, in, source, escape, going, outgoing, extremity, source, escape. It says from death. Okay. So the Lord, he can cause you to escape death if it's not your time. NIV, our power is a power who saves. From the sovereign Lord comes escape from death. The ESV, our power is a power of salvation, and to the Most High Power, the Lord, belong deliverances from death. And it has nothing, like I said, it has nothing to do with weapons. But these Christians, this is how they're going out. But you got Israelite groups that's in that same spirit. They're taking on that same spirit as these Christians. They really don't, they're not willing to die for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're not willing to lose their life for the Lord's sake. We put our faith and trust in the Lord. And we know that eventually in due time, the Lord, he's gonna tap them special forces and activate something where we're gonna see divine escalation. All right, with the Lord's right hand, and the Lord's gonna protect his elect. Only a few are gonna be martyred, of course. A few of the brothers that's gonna be chosen to be slain for the witness, for the testimony, and they're gonna still get the victory, and they're gonna be risen first. All right, precious unto the Lord is the death of his saints. But the rest of the elect are going to be preserved. So they're not going to be in need of no weapon, a handgun or an AR. They ain't going to need that, man. We know that the angels are going to be the ones to give charge. So these people in fear, with all these psalms that they be reading, we need a warrior camp. Now, there's nothing wrong with, learning combat and learning how to, defend yourself. But come on, man. And with guns, you already know what the Lord said concerning these swords. He told Peter to put up your sword. For he that live by the sword shall perish with it. The Lord said, I can call down 12 legions of angels if it gets like that, but this is not my kingdom. Or my servants would fight. So this is Psalms 91 and verse, I can really start at the top, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna just, I'll read the first two verses and then I'm gonna jump down. This is Psalms 91 and 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. All right. And, we dwell in the secret place of the Most High by dwelling in his wisdom. All right. These secrets that the Lord gave to us, this is going to be, what seals us. All right. And we're under the Lord's mighty protection. So he's gonna make sure that his elect are protected under his pavilion when all hell breaks loose. When we come into that time of trouble, that having been since there was a nation, since the world began. All right, we getting ready to go through it. All right, it says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust, and not in my bow, neither shall my sword save me, but in the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and let me jump down to verse 9. It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So that's divine intervention, that, you're going to have angels, that's going to be charged to guide you, make sure that you're safe from evil, to keep you in all your ways, man. Not everybody have this luxury, this honor. This is all a sign for the Lord's men, the elect. And all you got to do, in this thing of ours, is to continue to, follow, walk that straight gate and maintain your faith, because that's how we're going to be preserved through this, by the power of the Most High, through faith. And you got to worry about, collecting weapons and, going to shoot and practicing. Okay. These Christians, they're getting fearful because they really don't have true faith. They talk a good one. They like to quote these scriptures, but they ain't willing to lose their life. All right, let me get Ecclesiastes 9. I think it's 9. Let me see. Hold up, let me try to find it. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 8, verse 8. And I'm going to read it in the Amplified version. It says, there is no man who has power and authority over the wind to restrain the wind, nor does he have authority over the day of death. All right, you have no control over this, whether you have a gun or not. And that's the point. These Christians, they have a low level understanding of this thing, man. They really don't. There is no discharge from service during time of war, and evil will not rescue those who actively seek to practice it. Okay? So you keep doing wickedness, evil is going to come your way. And that's a fact. It tells you that in the book, in the Apocrypha Sirach, was it the 33rd chapter? Do no evil, and so shall no harm come unto thee. What are you doing in that church that's warning people to be filled with the spirit of vengeance, to come in there and lay people down? Obviously, there's wickedness going on in that church, man. That's why it ain't safe. The Lord he's angry. All right. He said, I will not hear thy vows, man. I don't want to hear that noise, the songs. I don't want to hear that. Your beasts, the fats of your offering, I don't want to smell it. He wanted nothing to do with these pagan ass churches, man. Because you can't serve the Lord, and you can't at the same time serve the devil. Paul said that in Corinthians, the 10th chapter. You can't be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. So, yeah, man. There was another precept that I was looking for in Ecclesiastes. Let me go back. I think it's like the last verse. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 9:18, it says, wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. It's better to have this wisdom. See? Because this is going to be our stability. We're going to know what to do. The Spirit of the Lord is going to be guiding us. That's true wisdom. All right. Wisdom delivered a lot out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. Yeah, that was, the Lord's instruction. He was delivered from destruction. So let's go to 2 Corinthians. These are all the scriptures that's popping up in my head, and I'm just getting them in response. 2 Corinthians 10:4 says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach. And that's simply what we're doing. In it Amplified, it says, the weapons of our warfare are not physical weapons of flesh and blood. Our weapons are divinely powerful for the destruction of fortresses. And this weapon that we ultimately have, we have this word. All right, it's more quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. It cuts right through your soul to the bone and marrow, man. It says, we're destroying sophisticated arguments and every exalted and proud thing that sets itself up against the true knowledge of the Most High. That's why I said in Ecclesiastes, wisdom is better than weapons of war. We're a threat to this kingdom and in the New World Order, and all we're doing is simply speaking. We're only known for doing one thing. We're not out there posing a physical threat. The only time you're in, we pose a threat is if you come and threaten us, and you try to do something against us physically or try to physically harm us in some kind of way. We will defend ourselves. We will do that, but we ain't got no guns. We ain't got no knives and stuff like that. And if we somehow, some way, somebody ends up taking one of us out or whatever, then that is honorable because we went out on our shield. All right, we died brother dying in the Lord. His works are going to follow him. Paul said he was ready to die. The prophets of the Lord, a lot of them were killed for the Lord. All right, it says, and we are taking every thought and purpose captive to the obedience of a Mashiach, being ready to punish every act of disobedience when your own obedience as a church is complete. So, that's pretty much what matters. All right, we're using the spiritual sword to break down these fortified opinions that goes against the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why we going against these Christians. That's why we going up against Islam. All right. All these different religions that oppose our faith and what the scriptures say. We going against it head on. And that, we're on the winning side because everybody is trying to come against us. You had the House of Conscious dudes, all them dudes, that whole banner coming against the Israelites. All these Christians coming against the Israelites. Now you got even some of these Manosphere dudes coming against the Israelites. All right. And like the Lord said, you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth. If this thing be of men, it'll come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it. All right. And we're gonna be saved, and it's not gonna be by way of our, swords and shields and none of this stuff. Where is it at? Yeah, Hosea 1 and 7, it says, "But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen." All right, it's going to be by the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, we're not in fear of the threat of men coming for us. Now, we got angels pulling up and showing up to brothers' camps and saluting our camps, man. Chariots are appearing at our camps. We had that happen yesterday once again. You got the brother in town from the Baltimore camp. Camp was going beautifully, man. Brothers on the outside getting edified. And, we happen to be talking about the chariots and the angels. And then the brother in my camp, my desire, he looked up, and sure enough, as I was speaking on it, the chariot was right there. So, we have nothing to fear. We don't have to train for our safety. The angels are there for our safety, man. So that's what they don't have, and that's why they like, man, we gotta tool up, because the angels are not in the churches protecting them, because the Lord's presence isn't there. And these are nothing simply but harlot houses, man. You think you worshiping the Lord, but like Yahweh Shai told that Samaritan woman, all right, you know not what you worship. All right. And the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, which you have no idea. Because plantation Christianity doesn't teach us how to truly worship the Most High. All right. It's nothing but straight up paganism there. So, I'm going to end it right there. And this is the article. It's from dailymail.co.uk. Christian warrior training explodes as churches put faith in guns amid a surge in violent attacks, but some congregants are worried. Yeah, they're losing faith. And of course, Edomite would come up with this because he's a man of the sword anyway. He's not a man of the Most High. They're carnal. So, let Esau do his thing, but I'm sure there's some Jakes that's going to feel the same way. All right. You got Pastor Dow, that's Straightway Ministry, where they try to live that homestead lifestyle, and they locked and loaded. They got weapons. And based on the events that we've been seeing with that camp, it's going to end bad, man. I don't know if it's going to be on the level of the Branch Davidians, but judgment is definitely coming for that camp. That's for sure. They're super carnal over there. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and until the next lesson, Shalom.